Hi everyone, it's Jane at Velocity Vet 08, and I can't tell you how excited I am to bring you this finished dresser. It is so darn cute, and I had so much fun making it, and I really had fun last night putting the finishing touches on it, making it just, you know, like a little lady's dresser would be maybe. It's glued like it is, so the drawers, I opened them like that and left them to be intentionally that way, so they're actually glued permanently open, and I'll show you more about that as I go along. But the dresser, of course, is from SaCrafters, and it's a design that I saw that I asked her if she would make, and she did. And she did a fantastic job. It's, as usual, very easy to build, very easy to put together, no problems whatsoever with it. And the first thing I did to it was I used black on all the edges and places where there wouldn't be paper. The drawers, the way that they fit, you probably don't want to paper the side of them, but you can paint them. And they do have a antique Mod Podge on them. So there's a couple layers of paint, but if you paper them and start building them up too thick, you're probably going to get drawers that are pretty tight. They fit great though, like this. So you don't have any problems. Like I said, I didn't with paint. I just wouldn't build them up too much, I guess, is what I'm saying. But in the paper collection I used is the new Graphic 45 Couture collection. I guess it's not new. I've had it, it came to my mother-in-law's house to give me as a gift back in October or November last year, and then I got it as a Christmas gift, and this is my first time using it. Hi, sweetie pie. How are you? I'm coming to see what's going on. What's in the trash? Always checking the trash. Yeah, anything good? No, nothing good. Nothing good. Boy, you just farted. God, you stink. Go away. Go away. All right, back to this. I wanted to show you. I used this piece on the back. I just thought it was really pretty, and it has a great antique shading to it, and it was the only piece I used from 12 by 12, and proportion wise it was a piece I felt like worked out okay. And I didn't want to have like a ton of color. I just have my color on the sides right here, and across the top and down the other side, that's all the same paper. And then this right here is a piece that looks like pattern paper, almost like a pattern. It's pretty neat, and it's just in black and white. And then after I glued it on, I used this Mod Podge. Some people weren't familiar with it, but it's an antiquing one, and I'll show you inside what makes it different. See how it's really yellow? And you got to be careful what you use it on, because it gives your papers this yellow tinge, like they're antiqued. And some papers that looks really good on, like this one, I thought it looked great. It gave it this kind of oldish look. But I've used it on other papers and it looked horrible. So I would highly recommend you do a test piece, which is what I did here. I took a little leftover piece I wasn't going to use for much, and I put some on there and tested it out and decided I liked it. So I did that, and so anyway, it was, it glossed it up and made it look real nice. And then I made this little jewelry box basically by scratch. The box itself, the bottom, is from a tiny jewelry box that my husband found. Let me make sure I have this up high enough, that he found in like our Christmas gift area. And then I made a little lid, and it's pretty, it's not perfect. And so what I did was I added some texture to it with some Silks acrylic glaze paints and some mica powders and stuff, just to give it a nice look, a little bit of shimmer, and it kind of hides some of the imperfections in the craftsmanship that I had in making the box. It's really pretty color. You can kind of see the color. It's a good color for this particular project. It just blends really well, and it has the colors. It has two colors on it. It has, one of them is olive vine in the Silks acrylic glaze, and one of them is honey amber, and it just gave it a really nice look for here, which I really like. And then this little lamp right here I ordered from off of eBay, and they're very vintage. They're from I got two of them. One is not in as good a shape as this one is, and they're from 1940s, and they were, you know, true vintage little miniatures. And while it's not in proportion at all with my jewelry box, I don't care. Nothing's in proportion perfect on here. So it's just all fun, and it's all meant to look cute, and I was really, you know, really happy with the little lamp. In my jewelry box, it's glued down pretty solid, but in my jewelry box I put just little odds and end things I could make to look like rings. This is just like a little flower just glued down, and then this was just a little piece that I found that had some beads on it, and I just stuck that down like it would be a bracelet or a ring. And this was a little brad, and I just opened the brad up and made it look like a ring. And then this was just a little blingy piece, and I put, I opened up wire on each side. I actually put wire on one side and it had wire on the other, and I just made it look like a ring as well. And these three, like the way that I did this inside here, there's video on it on my process videos, but I just cut foam up and rolled it with red velvet ribbon and put them in there. And then I put red velvet ribbon, excuse my glue right there, I put red velvet ribbon on each, all the way, all four sides, to make the box look real like plush and cushy. And then this right here that you see dangling, it's just a piece of jewelry that I had gotten. Oh, there's just a lot of garage sale jewelry, and it's just draped around. And then this up here, these are little miniature hooks, and I hot glued them on, and I just took some little, you know, plastic pearl strands and glued them and attached them, and covered it with red velvet up there as well. And it really made it look, you know, I think pretty cute. And then over here I put just, it's like a dusty pink, kind of baby pink doily. I loved the color. It went great with the paper because there's some pink back here. And I found this ring that I had found garage sailing, and I took the top off and just put these little stones here. That was the top of the ring. And then, of course, this is the hand mirror that Saw is now selling in her store, and they, oh my God, they rock, you guys. Here's what they look like when you get them. They have a little top, little charm piece to them. I cut mine off because I didn't use it as a charm, and real easy, just snip it off with wire cutters, no problem. This is what the back looks like. I mean, I could not decide which piece, which way to put it, face down or which way, because the mirror is beautiful too. And I know the mirror looks really like crappy right there. It has a protective film on it, and I don't want to pull it off, but when you pull it off, it looks like that. I mean, it's beautiful. It's perfect. So I ended up opting to have the mirror up there, but it's a hard decision, let me tell you. And then these are the little perfume bottles that I made right here. And I did them by painting with silks acrylic glazes. And also this is the watermelon color, and this is the teal. And then I embossed with the gold. And I used, to make these gold specks and stuff in the bottles, I used an embossing pen to make a little moisture there, and then the gold embossing powder stuck to it. And then I also embossed over them with clear to make them have a shine. So that was what I did with them. I also heated, to give them texture when they were drying with the paint, I heated them with my heat gun until they bubbled, because I wanted them to have, like, you know, perfume bottles usually have like a textured, like a glass, the glass is like cut, you know, in angles to be reflective and stuff. So I was trying to kind of imitate that. And then I added some just like jewels and fabrics and stuff like that. I had, this is a bracelet. The other part of the bracelet's just like laying inside, and I glued it on the back side of the drawer right here so it would stay attached. And then this was just like a hanging piece on the bracelet, and so I cut it off, well, I didn't cut it off, I unhooked the jump ring on it, and then I glued it here and put just a little pearl I had right there to make it look a little nicer. And then these fabrics and things that I have, like the fabric in here is from Bridget at Bees Altered Designs. She had found a wedding dress. I believe this was from her. I'd gotten this kind of stuff from two people, but I think this is from her. and because she sent me a ton of it, and she found a wedding dress garage sailing, and she stripped it down and sent me a ton of applique stuff off of this. And so I used part of it here, and then this is also a piece from it right here as well. And then I just found some like white fabric to put inside there. And then this was another little just piece I found, and I just glued it on the back side to have dangle out of here. Oh, and this right here is a little, like, can you see that right there? That's a little top of an earring. So I just tore the back of it off and put that right there. And it just, you know, just part of the having like the whole jewels look. And I did want to, I put the feet, these are saws, the feet from her store on here, but keep in mind if you use the feet, you lose access to the third drawer because it will keep your third drawer from opening. Now, I didn't care about that because I love it like this. I think it's adorable, and I would rather have the feet. I thought the feet gave it a neat look, just standing there rather than standing flat on the box. I thought the feet just gave it more additional metal beauty, and so I went that route. Now, I do want to talk to you about the handles. These are the handles that you see right here in this. I have one left, and I talked to Saw yesterday, and she said you guys are wanting these handles because I used them on the dresser, and she's out of them, and she orders them from China, so it takes weeks for them to come in. So I wanted to show you something, and I had shown this in one of my process videos, and I don't know which would be prettier. So if you are not 100% set on these, which I would not be if I were you, this is an amazing option, and you can get, I don't know how many come in a packet, I think 3 or 4 because I've used this package. This on here instead of those, absolutely totally vintage awesome. So this is a complete, I mean, I would be happy with either one of these being on here. Absolutely 100% happy either way. So I wanted to show you this. Don't let it stop you. You can't get these handles right now from her and that they're out of stock. They're actually kind of big. So grab yourself some of these if she has them, and you'll have a beautiful vintage look. So I wanted to show you that because she sells them, and they're very inexpensive, and you'll have an awesome look for your dresser. So anyway, that's it. I hope you guys love it. I am absolutely adore it, and I'm so glad to do this finished video, not only to show you, but guess what? Now I get to take it upstairs and put it in my house. So there'll be some still shots of this as well, and I'm off to see you in the next video. Bye.